My mic sounds nice. Check one. My mic sounds nice. Check two. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Comic Sense crowd, community, crew. We are doing the thing again. We have a fine morning. Rise, shine. Shout out to all of the people. We're doing the thing again. That is focus, final order cutoff, Uncanny Spec for close of FOC, June 27th, 2022 for 3 weeks out. And you know what? We're going to get that banner going. So actually, we're going to, yes. So that's the banner we're going to get going for now. Listen, really quick, we want to keep the lights on. So then if you are watching on Facebook, shout out to you, shout out to the Facebook community, shout out to the Facebook crew, shout out to everyone that is in the room. What up, Chad? What up, Trobes? If you are watching on YouTube, peep the banner scrolling at the bottom of the screen, like and follow our Comic Sense page, join our Facebook group. If you are watching on Facebook, be sure to go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, thumbs up the video, thumbs down the video. Just don't go there and do nothing. Get on the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, thumb up the video, thumb down the video. What up, Ian? So again, we have another episode of Focus. That is Final Order Cutoff, Uncanny Spec, where we are going to cover the keys dropping in 3 weeks from close of FOC 6/27/2022. Tons of keys on there. For those who are new, for those who are watching for the first time, we do keys, spec, #1 issues, first cover appearances, and the such. So again, we're going to get into what is coming 3 weeks out. This particular FOC is pretty cool. There's some cool stuff on this FOC. The second book I'm going to hit is I'm really excited for. Expecting some good things from this book, but you know what you get when you get new companies, you get new books. It's hit or miss, so we shall see. So let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and pull up Diamond because we like to take you inside of Diamond. Shout out to Heath. We like to take you inside of Diamond. We like to pull the curtain back, pull the veil back a little bit, let you get an inside look inside of Diamond. So then, here we go. First things first, man. You're messing with the worst. We have McCandless Company. It is a crime scenes one shot. This is McCandless Company coming from American Mythology Productions. Pop that up on the screen. Let you see that cover, black and white cover. This is a one shot, McCandless Company. So American Mythology Productions, written by J.C. Vaughn, artist Gene Gonzalez, and cover by Matt Bush. Carrie McCandless and Jessica Williams are private detectives from two very different walks of life. Sounds like Cagney and Lacey. Each has their own strengths and weaknesses, habits, opinions, convictions, foibles, virtues, and vices. They're also best friends. If they can't make it together, it would be a crime. In fact, it probably will be anyway. McCandless Company Insecurities is a series of snapshots of the earliest days of their partnership, with art by Gene Gonzalez, Harry Rowland, Ben Dell, Chris Chua, with pinups by Matt Bush, Billy Tucci, Michael Avon Oming, Robert Hack, and others. The cover by Matt Bush. This is McCandless Company Crime Scenes. It's a one-shot coming from American Mythology. We got some of those coming in. So there is that. That is Crime Scenes one shot. The next book is the one that I'm very excited for. There are 3 1 in 10s. Each cover, 3 covers, cover A, cover B, cover C, has its own 1 in 10. This is to say, you have to order 10 copies of cover A to be eligible for the cover A 1 in 10, 10 copies of cover B, so on and so forth, to receive each respective 1 in 10. So Ninja Kaiden is the name of this book. It looks gorgeous. I am hoping this book is as good as it looks. This is a new book from Black Box. We're going to go with the #1 issue, so we're not clouded in confusion. This is a new book from Black Box. It is out of stock. Every cover is out of stock already. Ninja Kaiden #1 from Black Box. So first I'm going to show you the 1 in 10 that is associated with cover A. This is the one. Gorgeous. I mean, this thing looks so good. It's one of the best looking books I've seen in some time. This is the 1 in 10 associated with cover A of Ninja Kaiden. This is the 1 in 10 associated with cover B. All of these covers are beautiful. That is the 1 in 10 associated with cover B of Ninja Kaiden. And then the 1 in 10 for cover C. Again, Another gorgeous cover. That A cover, though, that 1 in 10 for cover A is something special. So you have the C cover, which again, it just repeats. You're just getting trade dress versions of the original, or of the 3 1 in 10s. That is the B cover. And cover A, and this is Ninja. Even a lifetime of martial arts training and years as an elite soldier could prepare Yuki Snow for this newest challenge, CEO of his deceased father's company. Suddenly thrust into a leadership role at Yokai Consolidated, Yuki finds himself taking over his father's pet project, the mysterious Kaiden armor, which would allow its wearer to see, speak to, and touch ghosts. Back order, not stocked. Every issue is gone. Cannot reorder this book. Ninja Kaiden. Listen, you want to be on the hashtag of all the Spec Stream 3s from now to make sure you obtain a copy of this book. You want to call up your local comic shop. You want to ask them if they ordered it. If they did, you want to add it to your pull list. At the very least, get these number 1s. Try to jump on these number 10s. These 1 in 10s will be rarer than your standard 1 in 10 because you are only eligible for a specific 1 in 10 based upon the amount of copies of a given cover you order. It is not going to be the combined. For instance, I'll show you. For every 10 copies of cover A ordered, retailers may order 1 free copy of cover D. So this isn't a combination. You have to order 10 copies to get this. 10 copies of cover B to get this. 10 copies of cover C to get this one. So these will be a little less available than your standard 1 in 10. That is dope. We got some of these joints coming in. We got a few of each 1 in 10 coming in. Very excited about this book. I'm excited to wake up this morning and see this purple triangle. It means the book is hot. People want it. People want, well, we don't know if it's going to be hot, but certainly there's a buzz. People want this book. Ninja Kaiden, number 1 from Black Box. If the covers are any indication, then this thing is going to be fire. That is Ninja Kaiden, number 1 from Black Box Comics. We're moving on to Boom. Boom's second highest selling title of 2022, The Alice Ever After, number 4. The Alice Ever After, number 4 from Boom. It has 2 covers and a 1 in 25 copy incentive. The 1 in 25 copy incentive is a version of the B cover. Really dope. All of these covers have been dope. That is cover B. Cheshire Cat up on there, the White Rabbit up on there, Alice up on there, and then the standard framed cover A's that they have been dropping. So that is Alice Ever After. It is from Boom Studios, writer Dan Panosian, artist Giorgio Spalletta, cover artist Dan Panosian. Alice, at the mercy of her father and Dr. Madsen, faces a terrifying danger as well as a ghoulish truth that is finally revealed. The secrets she carries would be too much for her family's reputation, and Dr. Madsen could do the unthinkable to silence her forever. Will someone who's helped Alice in the past once again come to her aid, or will her mind be lost forever? Back order, not stocked as well. Again, Boom's second highest selling title behind the next book we are going to be covering. Big deal. We just did a video. Check out the YouTube page. Check out the Facebook page. We just did a video on Grimm, Comic Sam's, and myself, Issue X. We just dropped a video a few days ago on Grimm. If you did not see the video we dropped on Grimm, I suggest you checking out the YouTube page. Please check out the YouTube page, or find it on the Facebook page. This is Grimm number 1. It has gone back to print. It is the 4th print. Grimm number 1 has gone back to print. We definitely got this. It is back ordered, not stocked. That is the cover. So this time we are getting a reprint of cover A with a yellow logo. The 2nd and 3rd print were new covers, one with the white logo, one with the blue logo. This is a reprint of cover A with the yellow logo. Back order, not stocked. It is already gone. Something tells me the aftermarket value on this thing will be reminiscent of the 1st print, the 2nd print, and the 3rd print. All of them have aftermarket value. I have a feeling this will be the same. Jessica Hero is dead. We know the deal. Stephanie Phillips, artist, cover artist, Flaviano. We know Jessica Hero is dead. Her journey has only just begun. Discover the world of the afterlife, where Jessica has been, recruited as a Reaper, tasked with ferrying countless souls to their final destination. But unlike the rest of the Reapers, she has no memory of what killed her and put her into this predicament. In order to unravel the mystery of her own demise, she'll have to solve an even bigger one. Where is the actual Grim Reaper? Listen, when's the last time a Boom book went back to print 4 times? Yes, Boom books go back to print 4 times. This is the 4th print. I think we only find them when they're dead. Went to 4 prints, maybe a 5th print. Before that, Something is Killing the Children. And then before that, Once in Future, which went 8 prints. Are we going to get a 5th print of this thing? I'm talking a mega hit from Boom. Do not leave this one on the table. We will have plenty of copies. If they don't allocate us, we'll probably have enough copies to let people get 2, a 2nd copy, a 3rd copy on hashtag all of the spec Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. 3 weeks out. That is if this book doesn't get allocated, because it is already out of stock. Grimm #1, 4th print. Fire book. We love Grimm. We love Stephanie Phillips. Shout out to Stephanie Phillips, Flaviano, and that creative team on Grimm. Once in Future, man, I'm just talking myself right into the next book. Once in Future, again, my opinion, 2nd best book in print behind Monstrous. Everybody should have Once in Future on their full pull list. This isn't just your standard issue of Once in Future. This is a Grail pack similar to the Slaughter packs that they did with House of Slaughter. They are also back ordered out of stock. So what you are getting is a Grail pack bundle. You are getting the first 5 issues reprinted. So #1, this would officially be a 9th print of #1. Different covers bundled into a pack. Once in Future Grail pack #1 bundle. Artist Dan Mora, writer Kieran Gillen, cover artist Raul Allen. What if all the legends are true? Own a relic from Once in Future history with the long-awaited return of the original 6 issues of the Eisner Award-nominated series, each with an exclusive new cover. Contains Once in Future 1-6 by New York Times bestselling author Kieran Gillen of Immortal X-Men and Once in Future, obviously, and Russ Manning Award-winning artist Dan Mora. So the Grail packs, I'm getting one. I collect Once in Future. I have the run several times over. I've always suggested and recommended that you should be collecting Once in Future. So we have the Grail packs. They will be available. Again, check your local comic shops. Shout out to local comic shops. Support local comic shops. See if they have these Grail packs. Make sure you get a Grail pack. Make sure you get the re-release of the first 6 issues of Once in Future. Get the Grail packs. That having been said, we're going to move on to Dynamite, a book that people requested that we carry. So we went out of our way to make sure that we got this book. It is Mad Balls. I don't even have to type the rest. Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids. I am going to type the rest, though, because there's tons of covers, tons of them, and I want to filter out the other issue 2 and issue 3 and just stick with issue 1. Okay, so this thing is out of stock too, which is a big surprise for a Dynamite book. Out of stock across the board. I'm going to go to all because we ordered some covers that I'd like you to see that aren't even on this particular page. So we're going to start because we got some covers. We have the Puke Green cover. This was an FOC cover. Just a Puke Green blank cover, an FOC cover of the Puke Green blank of Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids #1. This is one of the 1 in 10s. There are 4 1 in 10s associated with this book. This is one of the 1 in 10s. There are 4 1 in 10s associated with this book. That is one of the 1 in 10s. Here is 1 in 10 copy N. Again, there are 4 1 in 10s associated with this book. Here is the FOC incentive trade 1 in 10. Reminds me of my youth. This is the 1 in 40. Yes, we got all of the incentives. That is the 1 in 40 copy incentive. Here is the 1 in 30, which you've already seen, just in black and white. Here is the 1 in 25. Some very familiar characters. Here is and here is the standard 1 in 10. There are also some sign covers. There's also a metal cover, which I would like to show you because we did indeed get the metal cover. Definitely not popping up on here, but we did get the metal cover as well. Okay, then. So outside of, oh, here it is. Here's your metal cover. That thing is going to be fire. That's going to be fire. That's the metal cover. We did indeed get the Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids metal cover. You have a signed Virgin cover. Didn't order that, but you do have a signed Virgin cover. All right, so let's get to the regular covers now, since we just showed you all of the incentives. Well, they're not going to show us the regular covers. Okay. All right. Well, here's cover number 1. There are 3 covers and a blank. There are 3 covers and a blank. Here is the A cover. Nope, I'm sorry. That's cover K. They're not going to show us the regular covers. So, oh well. We're going to go ahead and read the synopsis. It is by Dynamite, writer Sholly Fish, artist Jason Crosby, cover artist D. Joe Simcoe. Signed, well, this is the signed one by Joe Simcoe, but anyway. For the first time ever, the heavyweights of gross have combined forces in a massive merchandising blitz that pits the Mad Balls against the Garbage Pail Kids. Winner take all. As part of this blitz, Dynamite presents the comic book crossover of these iconic 1980s brands. For over 3 decades, Mad Balls and Garbage Pail Kids have both been known as the grossest of the gross, co-ruling counterculture with their pun-heavy names and subversive humor. This all-new limited series event presents the first time these 2 delightfully crude forces have ever crossed paths. Written by Sholly Fish, each issue features 3 incredible covers by legendary Garbage Pail Kids artist Joe Simcoe, series artist Jason Crosby, and a special trading card team-up cover created specially for this momentous meeting of the depraved minds. As the original gross-out brand of the 1980s, Topps releases Garbage Pail Kids series of trading cards in 1985, featuring hilariously revolting characters with appropriately irreverent names. 15 different card series were produced over the next 3 years, in addition to a Garbage Pail Kids animated series and a full slate of globally licensed consumer products with ongoing product lines that continues to the present day. For its part, Mad Ball launched its irregularly shaped toy foam balls in 1986, featuring its own proprietary and often socially inappropriate characters with ghastly faces, grotesque names, and disruptively funny attitudes to match. Mad Balls went on to sell tens of millions of toys, inspire a series of animated specials, and launch an extensive consumer products program that included comic books, soft lines, video games, collectibles, seasonal items, and back-to-school products. So I don't remember anything outside of the Mad Balls toys. Clearly, this book is hot. Back order out of stock. Had tons of messages. People were posting on the Comic Sense group. People messaged me, are we getting this book? Are we getting this book? Are we getting this book? So we're getting this book. I have a feeling this is something you don't want to leave on the table. It is my suggestion. If you are not going to be on the hashtag All This Spec live stream, call up your local comic shop, add at the very least cover A to your pull list. We are moving on to Image. Again, at the very least, add a cover A to your pull list. You are getting that Joe Simcoe classic Garbage Pail Kid art from Image Comics. We have Gunslinger Spawn number 10. Gunslinger Spawn number 10, cover B. That's right. I said it. Cover B. Here's cover A. By the way, back order out of stock. That is cover A. We did not get cover A. If you are looking for what we do, our keys, spec, first cover appearances, first appearances, that's the type of things we do at Comic Sense on all the spec. That's what we cover on Focus. Why did we get cover B? Because I never seen this guy before. That's why we got cover B. We like cover appearances. Definitely haven't seen him on a cover. So that's what it is. There you go. Cover B, Gunslinger Spawn. What is this book about? Writer Todd McFarlane, artist, cover artist Brett Booth. Everyone always assumed Gunslinger was one of the weakest Hellspawns. Now he is able to show them just how wrong they are. Back order not stocked. It is gone. It is gone. This is first time in a while where a Gunslinger spawn has been back order, not stocked. 10 issues in. Number 10 is back order, not stocked. Moving on with Image, we have another book. We are going to continue to get every issue of this book. We say we don't get every issue of every book unless we think the series is important and worth getting every issue. This is the Image 30th Anniversary Anthology, issue number 4. Why are we getting issue number 4? Because we like the Scotty Young original story. We like the original Scotty Young story in this book. We have a feeling that the original Scotty Young story will see print elsewhere. We like the potential for first appearances of characters that we will see again. That having been said, Image 30th Anniversary Anthology number 4 of 12. Maria Lovett and various outriders, Andrea Moody and various other artists, and Wes Craig did this cover. Our year-long celebration of Image Comics 30th anniversary continues. This issue features the latest installments of The Blizzard by Jeff Johns and Andrea Moody, Red Stitches by Brendan Fletcher and Erica Henderson, Gehenna by Patrick Kimlin and Mauricio Rosenweig, and the final chapters of Wes Craig's Kaya. Kyle Higgins and Danielle DiNicuolo, Shift, and Marika Andolfo's Hopeless, plus the beginning of Maria Lovett's 3-part serial, All the Things We Didn't Do Last Night, Makeshift Patriot by Sean Lewis and Benjamin Mackey, and the continuation of Billy Dogma by Dean Haspiel, and Stupid Fresh Mess by Scotty Young. Again, the only place you can get this story, Stupid Fresh Mess by Scotty Young, is in the Image 30th Anniversary Anthologies. We will be ordering them. We like this original story by Scotty Young, Stupid Fresh Mess. You can get it in the Image Anthology, so there is that. I believe number 3 is out today. So then, Prophet, Rob Liefeld, Prophet, a lot of Image anniversaries. Prophet has been remastered. Just got re-released earlier this year. It is getting re-released again. It has tons of covers. Actually. So this is Prophet Remastered, and it is also back order, out of stock. There are some incentive covers. We're going to cover those incentive covers first. We still have no cover art for the incentive covers of Prophet Remastered. There is a 1 in 75, a 1 in 50, a 1 in 25. Here is the remastered cover F, David Finch. I'm going to show you all of these covers. That is the David Finch cover. This is the Joe Quesada cover. Looking like Ash up in there. You have a blank sketch cover, which Image not revealed. Why? Don't get it. Splat has done a cover. That is Stephen Platt. That is the Stephen Platt remastered cover. And then you have a Jim Lee cover. Followed by a Rob Liefeld cover, of course, cover B. Rob Liefeld has got to do a cover of his own character. And the cover A, Rob Liefeld cover. So, writer Rob Liefeld, artist Rob Liefeld and various, cover artist Rob Liefeld. The issue that started it all, Prophet number 1, remastered by some of today's top comic book talents. Prophet made his first appearance in 1992, electrifying fandom, and we are celebrating and commemorating his impact with a star-studded roster of illustrators creating all new magic with fresh pages for this commemorative 30th anniversary issue. Back order, not stocked. Prophet remastered, number 1, Image Comics, dropping in 3 weeks. Liefeld is back. I want a Youngblood remastered, to keep it real with you. I'm keeping it real. I'd like a Youngblood remastered. So then, the next book we have is another book I'm excited about from Image Comics. It is called Rogues Gallery. And it is from Image Comics. You have 3 covers. Here is cover C. That is Rogues Gallery, cover C. Dope cover. Is there a preview on this thing? There is. We're going to peep the preview. Tula Lote, always does dope covers. That is the Tula Lote cover of Rogues Gallery #1, cover B. And then you have cover A by Declan Shelvey. Cover A by Declan Shelvey. It is written by Hannah Rose May with art by Justin Mason and Triona Farrell. And cover art for cover A, Declan Shelvey. Series premiere. Doesn't seem like it's a limited series. Writer Hannah Rose May makes her comic debut with rising star artist Justin Mason for an all-new series with Declan Shelvey. The Purge meets Scream in a home invasion thriller that follows disenfranchised TV superhero actress Maisie Wade as she is terrorized by an unhinged group of intruders cosplaying her day job's arch villains. If Maisie is going to survive the night, she'll need to be the hero she has come to despise. Genre, action, adventure, horror, thriller, all of that wrapped into Rogues Gallery #1. This seems really cool. She writes a character, a superhero character, and she is now being terrorized by people cosplaying as her character's villains. Kind of dope. Interested to see where this goes. Doesn't look like a limited series. Let us peep the preview. Okay, then. We start off with some Tamara Bondvillain. I keep dropping her name. Esque art with the greens and the purples and the oranges. That is cool. Definitely doesn't look like it is going to be a 5-minute read. Certainly looks wordy. I like wordy comic books. That is Rogues Gallery #1, coming from Image Comics. Rogues Gallery #1. Image Comics has a few dope books dropping this week. We got Seven Sons #2. Again, we don't order every issue of every book, but this book, Jay Lee hasn't done a book since 1994. The first issue was interesting enough to merit going back to the well, so we went back to the well. Seven Sons #2. There is a 1 in 25 copy incentive. There it is. Jay Lee phoning it in, not giving us another cover, just giving us more of the same, but that's cool. He did it with the #1. We got the same 1 in 50, same 1 in 25, same A cover. Cool, get it. Seven Sons #2. There is the A cover. Love the solid blues. Love this. Really like the color on this. Written by Robert Wyndham and Kelvin Mao. Cover artist Jay Lee. Jay Lee returns to creator-owned comics with his first new title since 1994. A 7-issue limited series. In issue 2, Ep introduces his sheltered brother Delph to the pleasures of the outside world while questioning their existence and the nature of the Church of the Seven. Also, back order not stocked. Back order not stocked, so there must be some sort of buzz. People want this book. People are ordering this book. Seven Sons #2, coming from Image Comics. Next up, Skybound X #25. Wait, what? You heard that right. Skybound X #25. They jumped way into the future on this joint, and it's back order out of stock. Why? Let me tell you why. So the last issue of Skybound X was, I believe, #4. So they jumped way into the future, and I'm going to tell you why. It's dope. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Let's go back up because we want all of these. Skybound X. Let's see if I put #25. If it'll just give me exclusively 25. That's all I want. #25. Okay, so we're gonna have to go to all because there are incentives on this book. There is a 1 in 10. So Skybound X #25. Let's start with the 1 in 10 copy incentive. You are getting a character from Invincible. So we'll get into it. We'll talk about Skybound X. We'll find out the deal and why they jumped all the way to #25. Let's go with cover D, which is going to be a first cover appearance of a new character never before presented in Image. As with cover C, new character coming from Skybound. All of these characters on these covers will be getting their own Image comics at some point down the line, as stated in the synopsis. There is cover B, new characters, images of tomorrow. All new characters on these covers with the exception of cover A. which features a character you've seen in Invincible. Other than that, you are getting all new characters. That is why we got every cover. That is why it is back order, not stocked. Skybound X number 25, Image Comics, with writer Robert Kirkman and various artist Ryan Ottley and various cover artist Ryan Ottley. Images of Tomorrow. Skybound's hit anthology series returns to share the debut of 4 all-new upcoming launches today. It returns to share the debut of 4 all-new upcoming launches today. From the pages of Invincible comes Battle Beast by co-creators Robert Kirkman and Ryan Ottley. The new horror epic Dark Ride reunites Joshua Williamson and Andre Bresson, the acclaimed team behind Birthright. The first appearance of the savage and beautiful Chroma by writer-artist Lorenzo Di Felici. Also, when all of humanity dies, the animals battle for survival in the post-apocalyptic world of Scurry by Matt Smith. So we are getting Battle Beast cover appearance. Dark Ride, first ever. Chroma, first ever. Scurry. This looks dope. Really dope. First ever. So these are all going to be launches from Skybound, Image, Skybound. You're getting the first appearances in Skybound X number 25. There's also 1 in 10s available. So yeah, Image doing some dope stuff. Next, we move on to a company, Oni Press. Yes, we are getting the Oni Press book. You should be getting the Oni Press book. This is Blink number 1 from Oni Press. Blink. Blink and you miss it. Blink number 1 from Oni Press. There is a 1 in 25 copy incentive for this book. Here it is. It is very reminiscent of the A cover. This is not the final cover art yet because it looks just like the A cover. So they haven't really shown us the 1 in 25 yet. This book looks really good. This is cover C. Then we have cover B, which is dope. Followed up by cover A. Blink number 1. You've already seen cover A. So then, it is written by Christopher Sabella. Cover artist, Hayden Sherman. It is also back order, not stocked. When Booker was 3, Rin Booker was 3 when she was found catatonic and covered in blood on the streets of New York. Since that day, she's been haunted by a childhood she can't remember. After decades of searching, Rin stumbles upon a cryptic website streaming multiple CCTV feeds from strange rooms in a ruined building, and something clicks, setting off hidden memories that lead her back to a place she's seen in lifelong nightmares. Hunting for answers, Rin breaks into the building, but instead finds herself entangled in the camera-filled dark mazes of a decayed social experiment known only as Blink. Blink, number 1, coming from Oni Press. There is a 1 in 25 copy incentive. There are previews. So let us take a look at Blink. This is Blink. Huh. Okay, Rin. Looks like your world is about to come tumbling apart. And indeed it does. That is Blink number 1 from Oni Press. Call up your local comic shop. Add it to your pull list. Blink number 1 from Oni Press. Yes, we recommend the Oni Press book this week. Okay, then. Opus Incendium. Listen. We keep telling you, Opus Incendium LLC is here to stay. These homage covers. The first wave, they did 1 in 5 blank covers. The second wave, they did 1 in 5 toy action figure variants. Now they are doing homage covers, starting with the Death Dealer Journey into Mystery 83 homage cover that is going to drop. This is the 1 in 10 copy incentive of a new book from Opus Incendium called Cradle of Filth. Very dope cover. And then the 1 in 5 homage cover. Somebody shout out and tell me what cover this homage is. What horror comic cover this homage is. That is Cradle of Filth #1, the 1 in 5 homage cover. And then Cradle of Filth #1, cover A from Opus Incendium. They're here to stay. Death Dealer, Crystal Planet, Disturbed Dark Messiah, Bill and Ted Roll Dice, and now Cradle of Filth. The writer is Holly Interlandi and Kenny Porter. Artist Minton 3, Piotr Kowalski. Cover artist Ryan Christensen. In the ruined halls of the maledictus Athenium lie occult histories, sealed records, and cursed artifacts. This unholy archive explores the far corners of Cradle of Filth's musical legacy, a vast universe of ageless vampires, mythical creatures, and vengeful gods. Within this hidden vault, we revisit the succubus and nemesis in stories from an all-star roster of comics talent. Back order not stocked. It is already gone. Tons of back order not stocked books this week. Disturbed Dark Messiah is the next book we are going to be getting. We are recommending from Opus Incendium LLC. This is Disturbed Dark Messiah #3. Again, we have another cool 1 in 5 homage cover. It is also back order, not stock. I told you, we've told you, these Opus Incendium books, don't leave them on the table. This is the 1 in 10. Sick. That is a sick 1 in 10. Sick, sick, sick. Here is the homage cover. What are we homaging? That is dope. Just saying. Really dope. It's like they got Cody Rhodes to be the model for that particular character. And then that was the 1 in 5, and this is the cover A. I think we got a preview for Cradle of Filth. We'll check that out in a second. That is the cover A of Dark Messiah. Writer Tim Seeley, cover artist Leonardo Calapietro. In the not so distant future, firefighter Griffin DeSanto has found himself a man out of time, stumbling into a harsh world of poverty, automation, and subjugation. Though lost, Griffin is never alone. He was brought here for a reason, and the vengeful one is his guide. With the help of his dark apostle, the Dark Messiah takes the fight to Sinister Tech CEO Brian Keck. But will the daring prison break turn into a tragedy for everyone involved? Disturbed Dark Messiah, back order not stocked. Back order not stocked. Disturbed Dark Messiah #3. I just want to see if we got a preview for Cradle of Filth really quick. We do not. Okay, so now we will move on to Scout. Scout has 2 books that are interesting, to say the least. The first one, yeah, you see me typing it, Cat Dad and Super Mom. See what we get here. This is Cat Dad and Super Mom, What Makes a Hero one-shot from Scout Scoot Comics. Here is the A cover. Got a few of these coming in. We like Scoot. It's for the kids. Cat Dad and Super Mom, What Makes a Hero, written by Bob Gregory. Art, Rahil Motion. It is a Scoot imprint book that is also back order now. So what is going on? Is it a paper shortage or something here? Am I going to pull up every book and it's going to be back order, not stock, except for the Marvel books, right? Scoot imprint. Here comes Cat Dad and Scoop Super Mom. A young boy's real-life superheroes are his wonderfully ordinary parents. They help Jax navigate life's challenges and the everyday lessons of growing up. In his dreams, they transform into costume superheroes who help teach him right from wrong. And what makes a hero, Jax has a disheartening encounter with a celebrity hero at a comic book convention. Later, he embarks on an action-packed imaginary adventure and discovers the true heroes who never let you down. Really? Huh. Sounds like some dad was like, I imagine that my kid imagines I'm a superhero. Let me write this. You know what? Let me stop. So then, that is Cat Dad and Super Mom, What Makes a Superhero. Shout out to Scout. Shout out to Scoop. Cat Dad and Super Mom. Crucified Exorcisms #1. Man. Let me see if this one is back order, not stocked. Back order, not stocked. Is this a mistake? Is Diamond down? Back order not stocked. Crucified. The cover of this is really cool. That is Crucified Exorcisms #1, also from Scout Comics. It is written by Sheldon Allen with art by Mauricio Campitella. And just like that, we're back. The Christ finally sits down for his eagerly anticipated and heavily hyped first live TV interview with a surprising network and even more surprising choice of interviewer. During this interview, after recounting in vivid detail a recent exorcism he performed on a child in Haiti, the Christ claims of divinity are challenged. He is put to the test in front of a national audience. Spoiler, you won't see the end coming. So this is back order, not stock. It is Crucified Exorcisms #1 coming from Scout. The next book, the second big indie book that I'm super excited about. I'm excited about 3 indie books. I'm excited about Ninja Kaidan from Black Box. I am excited about Skybound X from Image. And I am crazy excited about a book coming from Source Point Press called Little Red Ronin, which the market is excited about this book. Tons of exclusive covers on this thing. We have 3. There is a 1 per store Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles homage cover. 1 per store. That is, retailers can only get 1 of those. On this joint, if you get a chance, just Google the Ivan Towel cover. It comes up in Google Images. It is so dope. This is cover A, Little Red Ronin. I'm in on this book. I like this book. Garrett Gunn, the last book. So definitely in on this one. This is Little Red Ronin #1, written by Garrett Gunn, cover artist Kit Walls. A terrible beast has haunted the citizens of Pole Town for decades. Although the monster hasn't been seen in years, disappearances and gruesome killings still plague the townsfolk. Determined to clear her family name, Red hunts the Great Wolf in hopes of exonerating her grandmother, who lives in exile for spreading terrifying propaganda. Back order. There's ash cans floating around. There's really cool exclusive covers floating around. This is one you don't want to leave on the table. If your local comic shop does not order Scout books, call them up. Call them up and tell them, listen, if you didn't get this book, I'm feeling some type of way. I need you. Have this on your pull list is what I'm saying. Add this to the pull. What are we doing? Add Little Red Ronin to your pull list. We will have Little Red Ronin as well. But again, we're always going to scream local. I'm going to shout out to the people really quick, kick it with y'all for a second, and then we're going to move right into Marvel. Shout out to everyone in the room. Matthew Wilder. Cover A of which book? Matthew. I'm sorry, I believe I always read the artist and the entire creative team. Yeah, Chad, I definitely want to see some young blood. I'm always shouting out the artist and the entire creative team on these books. If I missed a book, just type it in and I'll go back and cover it again. But I'm always shouting out the creative team. I'm always shouting out the writer, the artist, the cover artist, Ninja Kaidan. I covered all of those. So if somebody missed something, go on and just type it into the comments. I'll check it out. I'll go back to it. I'll definitely address it for you. They're not playing with this title. I wish I can't recall which title you're talking about, Heath, because obviously I have my screen up. I didn't see the comments, but yes, there are a couple. Oh, you're probably talking about Grimm. All right, so let's get back into it. Shout out to everyone that's in the room. Just wanted to check everyone's comments. Morning to you, Matthew Wilder, Chad Smith. What up, Chad? Trobes. Okay, so we're going to get back into it. We're going to get to these Marvel books. Let's make this a full screen and let us go ahead and get to these Marvel books that are dropping 3 weeks from today. So we have a new Ant-Man book. This Ant-Man book is going to cover all of the Ant-Mans. This is Ant-Man #1 coming from Marvel. It is going to cover all of the Ant-Mans. There are some incentives. We're going to start off with the dope 25 copy Ant-Man's Super Giant Man Shadow cover. That is the 1 in 25 of Ant-Man #1. Oh, I think you might have been talking about when I was showing some of the incentive covers and I didn't name the artist earlier. Do apologize about that. So we have a Stormbreaker cover from Mr. Gleason, who will be at CGC. We have a Young variant. That is the Scotty Young variant. We have a cover by Tom Riley. And L. Ewing is writing this. So L. Ewing, in my opinion, is the best writer in Marvel. The artist on this one is David Baudion. For those who are interested, the 1 in 25. It's David Baudion is the artist on the 1 in 25. And then Ant-Man #1, cover A. Written by L. Ewing, cover artist Tom Riley. Flashback to the early days of Hank Pym's career as the astonishing Ant-Man. It's date night for Hank and his girlfriend Janet Van Dyne, but nobody told that to Ant-Man's enemies. Watch as Hank's antagonists band together to finally take down the scientific adventurer. But will anyone come to his rescue? And who is the mysterious stranger who stalks him? Join L. Ewing and Tom Riley as they explore the history of every hero called Ant-Man. So this is Ant-Man #1 coming from Marvel Comics. Next, we have the long-awaited Genis Vell. This is Genis Vell, Captain Marvel #1. We are going to start with, where do we want to start? How about we start with the 1 in 25? No, let's start with the 1 in 50. So here's the 1 in 50 of Genis Vell, Captain Marvel #1. Really dope. 1 in 50 by Torrin Clark. Really, really dope. That is the Torrin Clark 1 in 50. And then we have a 1 in 25 by Juni Ba. That's dope too. Looks simple. And then you get to this part. It looks really cool. That is by Juni Ba. That is the 1 in 25. And then we will start from the bottom up. We have the Stormbreakers Cabal cover of Genis Vell. That is the Cabal Stormbreakers cover. And then we have the Momoko cover. And then we have the Dan Jurgens cover. Of course, Dan Jurgens has got to get a cover. Ron Lim should probably get one too. But of course, Dan Jurgens has got to get one. And then we have cover A. And that cover is by Mike McCone. Written by Peter David. Artist Juanin Ramirez. Cover artist Mike McCone. Peter David returns to Genis Vell, son of the original Captain Marvel. Both now back in the land of the living, Genis Vell and Rick Jones are about to come crashing back into each other. Witness Genis Vell, Captain Marvel, return to the pages of his very own series, written by legendary scribe Peter David, drawn by artist Juanin Ramirez. Can Rick Jones save Genis and himself before they both fade out of existence? Is Rick's ex-wife Marlo the key? Find out when Peter David returns to take Genis Vell to an all-new height. That is Genis Vell, Captain Marvel #1, coming from Marvel. Next, we have Strange #4. We don't get every issue of Strange. We like Strange #4. Again, we like cover appearances. We like key books. We are getting something really cool on the cover of Strange #4. We did not get all of the covers. We don't even recommend all of the covers unless you, of course, are collecting that book. And of course, get all the covers. We like cover A. Come on, bruh. Can I get Strange #4? Excuse me. Is this what we're doing? All right. Let's narrow this down. Here we go. So Strange #4. There are a few covers. I will show you the Lubera variant cover. This is the variant cover by Logan Lubera. We did not get this cover. Clee's mom is on the cover. We've seen her before. It is not a first cover appearance. We did like this cover. That is not Moon Knight. Some comic aficionados will probably recognize this character. That is not Moon Knight. This is written by Jed McKay, art Marcelo Ferreira, cover artist Lee Garbett. This is a family reunion. Clee's mother, Umar, has come to visit, just as the Blasphemy Cartel launched their latest attack on the Sanctum Sanctorum. And this time, they brought an unlikely foe to take down the Sorcerer Supreme, reintroducing the Dark Moon Knight, Shadow Knight. That is the brother of Mark Spector, otherwise known as Shadow Knight, a dark version of Moon Knight, which is really weird because Moon Knight implies dark, right? Like, what are we doing? But anyway, this is a darker version of Moon Knight, known as the Shadow Knight, brother of Moon Knight. We got some of this cover. Go grab this cover. We like this cover. That is why we got it. We like the cover. Venom #9. This is one of those books. It's pure speculation. We talk about this all the time. Sometimes speculation includes research. Sometimes it includes guesswork. This is one of those where it was heavy on the guesswork. A lot of research, certainly, but heavy on the guesswork. So we didn't want to leave this book on the table. We know Venom #10 is going to be key first appearance. Sometimes you get those first appearances as cameos in the issue preceding, the issue that comes before the one that is guaranteed to be a key. So we didn't want to leave this one on the table. It was the B cover that I just couldn't turn away from. So we got the 1 in 25. That is the Ryan Stegman 1 in 25 ratio variant cover. And then this B cover is the reason why we got the A cover too, but it was this B cover that really was like, okay, who's this guy? Maybe you know, maybe you don't, who knows? We don't want to leave it on the table. We are taking the chance. We are more than happy to take chances. In many cases, speculation involves risk, guesswork, educated guesswork, but guesswork nonetheless. And that is the A cover featuring Kang in the background. This is Venom #9, written by the great Ram V and the great L. Ewing, with cover art by Brian Hitch. Eddie Brock, L. Ewing, and Brian Hitch unite for a tale across time. Eddie Brock is still getting used to his place in the symbiote hive, and with new allies and familiar faces alike offering him advice along the way, Eddie remains as canny, wary, and reckless as ever. Little does he know, his battle across the cosmos has only just begun, and Kang the Conqueror has a front row seat for his first act. This is Venom #9. We know #10 is going to be a key book. It's already been told. Another book that I'm excited for. Surprised it's not an indie book, but it is not. This book is by George Game of Thrones R.R. Martin. It is called Wild Cards. Yes, it is a superhero book. Yes, it is a Marvel book. Wild Cards #1 from George R.R. Martin. It is a superhero book coming to Marvel Comics in 3 weeks. Here is the Lashley variant cover. Each cover featuring a first appearance. However, you get all of their first appearances on cover A. This is the Ken Lashley cover C. Here is the Salvador LaRocca. I'm sorry, that is the Mike Hawthorne cover. And we're going to break this book down. And this, Steve Morris, A cover. Steve Morris. So this is Wild Cards #1, Drawing of Cards. It is written by Paul Cornell, artist Mike Hawthorne, cover artist Steve Morris. The legendary George R.R. Martin superhero series comes to Marvel. Spanning more than 25 novels, more than 20 short stories, released over 3 decades, and written by more than 40 authors, the Wild Card series tells the story of an alternate history in which the Earth is home to superpowered individuals. When a human is infected with the alien wild card virus, the odds are that they will be killed, which is referred to as drawing the Black Queen. Of those who survive, the bulk of them become jokers, left with some strange mutated form. A lucky few are called aces, those gifted with superpowers they can put to use towards hero goals, or villainous ones. Now, for the first time in comic book form, see how the Wild Cards universe began with an adaptation of the very first stories in the original Wild Cards novel, based on stories by Harold Waldrop, Roger Zelazny, Nine Princes and Amber, anyone? And series mastermind and editor George R.R. Martin, Wild Cards is a stellar introduction to a whole new world reshaped by the emergence of superpowers. Wild Cards. So Disney now has the license, at least for comic books, for Wild Cards. Could that mean Disney could do a subsidiary superhero universe outside of the MCU superhero universe featuring these characters? Could they obtain that license as well? Who knows? Do not leave Wild Cards #1 on the table specifically for that potential. Do not leave Wild Cards #1 on the table. Finally, from Marvel, we have Wolverine patch #4. These Krasny Beth, these Krasnies, these mutants. Listen, new mutants, new characters. We like them. We think you should too. When it comes down to getting first appearances, you never know when a first appearance, no matter how obscure, is going to matter. We call that the Echo effect, as it happened to Echo, right? We call it the Echo effect. As a matter of fact, I guess I got to keep some things close to the best, but this is Wolverine patch #4. This is the Yoon cover of Wolverine patch #4, and then cover A, Wolverine patch #4. Tons of people on here. Written by Larry Hama, artist Andrea DeVito, cover artist Jeff Shaw. War on multiple fronts with patch in the middle. What started as a simple recon in the jungles of Madripoor has erupted into all-out war. Now Patch and the mutants known as the Krasnies are to survive against the forces of General Koi, Nick Fury, and S.H.I.E.L.D., and the mysterious Nimakova. It's going to take a heavy dose of luck and adamantium rage. In what secret does the powerful new mutant Aleph hold? This is what it... In what secret does the powerful new mutant Aleph hold? Again, we like new characters. That's just what it is. We like new characters. We like first appearances, cover appearances, the whole nine. You are getting the potential for a new character in Wolverine patch #4. Call your local comic shop. Get it on your pull list. Talk to your people. That is what it is. Chad Smith says, yes, Youngblood, please. That is how I am feeling. Yes, Youngblood, please. So then, that's what we got coming out in 3 weeks. The indie books I really like are Ninja Gaiden, Little Red Ronin, and Skybound X #25. Make sure you get copies of those books. Make sure you are on the lookout for copies of Skybound X, Little Red Ronin, and Ninja Gaiden. Little Red Ronin from Source Point Press, Skybound X #25 from Image Comics, and Ninja Gaiden coming from Black Box Comics. Make sure, call your people, put your bids in, put your claims in. Make sure you get those books. That haven't been said, we are going to get up out of here. Shout out to everyone who hung out with us. Shout out to the Comic Sense crowd, crew, community. This has been Final Order Cutoff Uncanny Spec. I am Issue X.